That ain't so funny.
How much you putting on his head top? First game y'all meet. I can't wait to see my division. I got a feeling somebody. I got a feeling somebody really good took New Orleans. Like I can't figure out. I mean, Tampa don't matter, but them Saints. I'm pretty sure somebody in the first. I'm a bust his ass.
Oh yeah, you might be in for a rude awakening, right?
You gotta watch out for them Falcons.
You gotta watch out for them Saints, boy. I'm telling you. Yeah, I can't wait till that's revealed.
Denver's gonna have a defense? Oh, this ain't never happened in history of Madden.
Hey, I ain't even think of that. Yeah.
Are y'all revealing the picks or no?
Nah, we don't even know.
We didn't even got them. I wish you had them, like, at least some of them.
Well, look, Steve keep tagging Jake, so I'm assuming he hasn't picked, and he's right after me, so.
Hey,
wow.
see,
I thought they was finished.
Mixtape, see if you can like talk to Steve.
I put the podcast in the chat too, so they watching.
See,
they watching?
Yeah.
Oh, it's on?
Yeah, it's on. Yeah,
we on.
Oh shit! All right, brother, go ahead.
Let me go to the kitchen.
So, we good? Alright, man. So, I done heard a few things. Y'all been asking where the write-ups, maybe not even asking, maybe not so subtly referencing the lack of write-ups. It's cool though. I told y'all it was a reason. The reason why they on hold. Don't worry, it's still coming. Don't worry. But there's a reason why. You're listening to the reason why. So what we decided to do, a group of us, Twan, myself, Mixtape, Jose Streaming, Flash, C's, and others that you'll see in future installments of our new platform. We felt like, we gotta do it better this year. Like we got too much to not make this league on a grander level what we already know that it is in our community right now. With that being said, Revelations, Simple Mathematics, and the official Nike Talk podcast, you getting all three personalities, you getting all three angles of viewing things, all three perspectives in one. So with that being said, welcome the official, the inaugural Indica and Wine podcast
fucking
special.
done, man. My fault.
Nah, you good. What I always thought, like we could start off with, I would tell y'all what type of beverage I had. So I was eating about an hour ago out at Chili's, and I had this Patron blackberry margarita. This got me right. It got me started. That was like a warm up. Now I'm off the sparkling rosé. But that's just the best part of the year. Like we really about to get it. So, Twan, Tate, Jose, y'all can have the floor. Tell them what it is.
I'm just happy to be here.
What up? ASE
Welcome back, man. It's been a while.
Mark is trash. That's what I mean. We know, but
what you want to start with? I know y'all got the docket ready.
Isn't that motherfucking time?
We could talk about who's the worst in the league.
Yeah, and before we start, it's only one rule. Like anybody's invited on one premise, on one condition. If you come on these airwaves, we only ask you to keep it a buck. Don't be scared. Keep it a buck.
Talk
then
that
what
shit,
everybody else gotta say about it. If you feel a certain way, go ahead and get it off your chest.
Anything you want to talk about, man, hit us up and we're gonna make sure that you get heard. You understand? And I got a few things I want to talk about. What up, JR? How's it going, buddy? I've been waiting on that. I knew we was gonna meet eventually. I knew it was gonna happen. Oh man.
Yeah, that's something in itself. Like that's gonna
That's
be.
light work. That's light work. You think that's
Woo!
tough? I think that's light work. I think JR okay, but he ain't like me okay. Like he like man. He might have a top 12 to 13 offense, top 12 to 13 defense. You know, that's the type of player he is. It all depends on if he's motivated. Maybe if Manny talk a little trash to him or something, he'll be ready.
So you think
But
he doesn't get
I hope
motivated
he
for you?
understands what's going on.
Jose, what you say?
You saying he doesn't get motivated to play you?
I'm saying that maybe he don't understand that he needs to be. everybody, so mixtape on the questionnaire. He asked and he say, who was the, and you got, excuse me, it's indica and wine. I'm smoking that indica right now. So you gotta excuse me. Actually, it's not indica, I think it's a hybrid. I'm smoking that Granddaddy Perp Cotton right now. It's feeling amazing. But every year, mixtape, he say, who's gonna have a comeback? And every single year, it's the same name. I can't really say that name because you know it can get crazy with me and that name.
What's the first letter of that name?
The first letter of that name is M. Thanks for asking, Jose. Everybody says Manny, and I'm like, how many fucking times is everybody gonna say Manny? Like we've been waiting for that motherfucker to come back. Like, eventually you gotta go ahead and just accept things for what they are. You know, when you wake up the next day, that speck still gonna be a speck, Jack. She ain't gonna turn into this beautiful girl that you had a good time with and shit. That ain't gonna happen. So, so y'all go ahead and give up that hope, man. Like sometimes it is what it is.
Alright,
but
wait, hold on. Since you talking about Manny, actually Manny's up for
Yo, what's good, Mark? Mark is watching.
Be in that area. Hold on. All right. Let's see. So Manny came in second for the Bounce Back Award. These came in with 7 votes. Manny came in with 6.
Who came in with 7?
C's.
Oh,
C's. So C's underperformed. Crazy. Yeah. So it was C's with 7, Manny with 6, Kerm came in third with 2, Jeremy 1. Yeah. Dean and somebody else for Kerm.
To bounce back?
Yeah, to bounce back. I think Kerm voted for himself, I think. Actually.
You gotta come from something to bounce back.
And then Jeremy had a vote. Klein had a vote. Mark had a vote. So see, you on the clock for real. We watching.
Can I say something about that real fast?
Sure.
If you waiting for C's to come back and do anything, first of all, we gotta see what team he got. If he got like a top, if he got one of the top teams in Madden, you might see it. Like Santa Claus might come if you still believe in that type thing. Like if you want to believe in fairy tales, you basically believe in C is gonna have some type of impact on this Madden cycle. You gotta hope he got a good team. If he ain't got a good team, it's gonna be the same thing you saw last year. A guy struggling.
It has to be bubblegum friendly team.
Yeah, it gotta be bubblegum friendly too. I'm talking. I guarantee whoever C's got, if they had a quarterback with a speed in the 80s, C's got it. What's C's pick at?
I think 22 or 19 or 20, something like that.
Oh yeah, he picked like 19. Oh yeah. Oh, it's over. Unless he got Seattle.
I mean, Seattle ain't the same Seattle, so it don't really matter.
Yeah, they not.
Yeah. Hey, he picked like 19. I mean, all the bubblegum quarterbacks was gone. Y'all go ahead and that ain't gonna happen. And those that's waiting on Manny,
what's gonna be Caesar's record for his season?
Caesar's record first season? 7-9.
7-9.
We give him 7-9 because he hyped up. You know, he hyped up. He gonna try to come strong. He a little bit more prepared than everybody. He been thinking about this since his last L to 18 and shit. So he might jump up to a good start. But
what new bubblegum is he gonna bring out this year? You think?
what new bubblegum do I think Steve's gonna bring out? I gotta see what team he got because if he got fast quarterback, you will see typical Steve's, typical run to the left, run to the right quarterback and Steve's. But if he got a little something else, who knows what he might do? Like he's prepared. He just like the one thing you know about Steve's, he try hard. You know when you play Steve's, he gonna do his best to give you the game. So that's what everybody in the division got to look forward to. Okay, I'm sorry. We can move on.
Nah, it's your podcast, ain't my podcast.
Just talking about Steve's. Yeah, I mean, we just talking about the guy that won the vote. So.
Let's see, Dark Horse. This one is interesting because it takes place in Twan's division, which is Nick. Nick came in first with 5 votes.
Antoine's kryptonite.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And vote, please. Jeremy came in second with 3 votes.
Oh, 3 people was lunching.
You know that was Duz, Speedy, and Karen.
And then tied for third is Manny, myself, and Jesus with 2 votes.
Was this for Dark Horse?
Yeah.
I forgot who I voted for.
I think I voted for you, Mike, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so too.
Jose and you.
Yeah, I went back and forth between you and Nick, but I was like, I don't think I have Nick in the 11 to 15 range because I really think he might be like right at that back end of the top 10. So, yeah, I can see that. Jeremy, I mean, is it me? I mean, and I mentioned this before, but it feels like birds of a feather flock together. And that's not like I wasn't meant to say like a bird reference being that's like the Atlanta crew. But you look at them guys and I see the same thing pretty widespread throughout. They run the ball decently. Either they run the ball decently or they just call a lot of run plays, whichever one fits better. But when it's time to pass that ball, the results you get are anywhere from lackluster to flat out deplorable. I mean, you've seen some of the best quarterbacks between Stafford and that drafted guy, what's his name, Cook, whatever his first name was, Cook that Kerm had, to Jameis.
You ruined that
to
poor guy's
Wilson.
life.
Yeah, Carson Wentz was playing in a backup role. That's only because Cook was stinking up the field and Kerm didn't yank him. Like, all these guys is going to QB purgatory. And I'm just like, at what point is it going to change? I can't. I mean, Jeremy had a tougher division last season, but
who was he in?
Yeah, how much is it really going to change?
He was with you and Dave, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
But
they didn't even mention whoever had the buck. And the other thing, the Saints. Who had the Saints? Jix?
Yeah, Jix. And that was like, that was a disaster in itself too. But yeah, I think for those who didn't have Nick, like, in their top 10, I think it's a good answer. I think you got a couple of good answers spread out through there. I think it's others that's like some people just gotta look deeper. And
I think
really
I went with Mike because I was like looking for somebody who didn't perform.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon
So I think that's
why I
felt like if he's committed, he can win some games.
And Charles, we look at a matchup like
especially
this,
early. Like I thought he was. I mean, I didn't even think it was his back. Like he was just the hottest dude in the playoffs that first season. Won like I think like 8 or 9 like that. So yeah, that's kind of the reason I did it too. I was like, if he could just sustain it, then he'll definitely be like top 10 or somewhere in that area.
Hey, we talking about Mike that's on his podcast, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What other Mike do you know?
I was just making sure.
Yeah.
I was just making sure. we was having a conversation the other day. I think it was the FM reveal, and I was like, when it comes to skill and it comes to who's the better like individual player, I got Mike above Dave, and people laughed and shit. And I don't necessarily think it's true. Like Redo and who win in that game?
I think conceptually, I would take Mike over Dave. I think a lot of it just depends on the format in which we play. Are we playing how we normally play?
A simple question.
No, because like I think
let me know if that's better.
I think just from a concept standpoint, X and O schemes, that type of thing, yeah, I would agree. I think in terms of just that's tough, but I could see why I could see why anybody would go either way. That's tough. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's really a wrong answer, truthfully. There's reason to sway the way.
Pound for pound, game for game, both got 70-10. Mike versus Dave.
I know you want me to say Mike, so I'm gonna say Mike.
No, I'm just asking.
I think it'll be a close game.
I'm genuinely asking.
I mean, I wouldn't play Dave once, so I'm gonna say Mike.
What did you just say?
I said I've only played Dave once.
Yeah, he only played Dave once, so he think Mike. But that's just my opinion. Like, I think that some people benefit from certain things, but I think that Mike can adapt to a lot of situations, and I think he is very good defensively.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
one of the best in the league defensively, because he enjoys it. Not a lot of people enjoy playing defense. Mike enjoys playing defense.
And it's like from a team building aspect too. Like we kind of
team building is no question.
Yeah, and that kind of makes it like because we've never really seen David have so much of a situation where like he had to like build a team, for example. And that's no knock on him. Like what having a high pick,
never had to go from bottom to top. Right. He always started the top.
So God.
But
yes, that complicated a bit.
Yeah. Give me that.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Honesty goes a long way.
So, well, yeah, without revealing it, I guess, for y'all that haven't picked, were y'all happy with the teams that, y'all got? Besides Redo, because he was at the top, so.
It was actually my second choice. I'm not going to say that. But yeah, good tip.
I mean, I'm a Skins fan.
I think I'm going to be very surprised at the end, though.
You think people are going to be surprised?
Really where? Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot.
Oh yeah, Mike hasn't picked yet.
Surprises.
No, he did pick.
Oh, Mike would have been. No, Mike picked.
It hasn't been revealed
yet. Yeah, it hasn't been revealed yet. Mine has been revealed, so everybody knows I'm the Skins. I'm in a division with JR, Nick, and fucking Jesus.
Ooh, nice card.
Three solid players. And we're gonna see what happens, man. We're gonna see what happens. Like tonight is about fucking introducing y'all to the new podcast, Indica and Wine. Indica because I smoke a lot of Indica. And Wine because Redo loves his he loves his wine.
You know, like wine for me is like I can relate wine and Madden in so many ways. Like I don't like turning and telling my face at certain things. Wow. like when somebody throw a bad pass, my face gets scrunched up. It reminds me when I drink a cheap liquor. I don't like cheap liquor. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
God.
So I like the finer details. Wine is a finer taste to it. You know, it's not so taxing on the body. Because I watching some of y'all streams, we here to keep it 100. Watching some of y'all streams is very taxing on my eyes. Glasses or not. But yeah, you know, like wine. I just feel like it's just more grown up, like, you know, and when your game
Come on.
matures, it just comes to a better product. And there's so many ways you can do it. There's so many wines on the shelf. That's why
Let's
every
go,
time we
boy.
get
That's
on
6
here,
kills. Let's go,
I'm
man.
every time we on here, I'm gonna tell y'all what kind of wine I'm drinking because it's going to be a different one every time. And I can't wait. It might be sangria one day, it might be a Chardonnay the next, Zinfandel, Rosé, like, you know.
That symphony, wow.
It's just like a nice variety, kind of like play calling.
Man, that's awesome, man. And that's my man Hunter Grant. We from the same area. We do the same thing. It's gonna be a
You gotta be
banging ass
fucking kidding me, man.
motherfucking podcast. Mike is over there going through it playing Fortnite, y'all. I know everybody understands what Fortnite is.
6 kills, man. 6 kills.
But he going through it. One of the more solid first person shooters that I know.
It's that
Mike,
third person.
first person
Man.
shooter players that I know. Um.
All
Okay,
right, you
so
want to hear
I
the
mean,
bottom 5 real quick, and then top 5, and you
yeah,
have to
yeah,
go on?
yeah. Let's
All
go.
right,
Yeah, let's go
so
with
bottom
bottom five.
5 goes like this. It's so sad. Dez came in first with 15 picks.
Shit.
Kerm tied with Bilbo for second with 13.
Woo. Oh
Will
man.
came in fourth with 12. Then Speedy came in fifth
Y'all peep
with
that man coverage? Y'all
10.
watching?
I need to be watching.
Just
Mark
some
wants to
honorable
know.
mention for votes. Manny got 2 votes for bottom 5. Jix got 3. Vic got 3. That's it.
So
For
Mark
bottom
wants
How
to
five.
many
know
did I
if
get? How
Mark
many
wants to
votes did I
know
get
if
for
Kern
bottom
making
five?
any guest appearances.
Juan, you got 1.
Hold
Redo
on.
got
Hey,
1.
Jose, you were that one, weren't you? Be
No,
honest.
yeah, it was me.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah, that's worst
Come
player in the
on.
league. That is crazy. Um,
Man. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
nah, you can talk.
Oh, I was gonna say we gonna have to give Dez a whole separate segment because he done been through between these poor results and what happened today and what's gonna happen to the next cycle.
He was going
that
through it.
man going through it. Oh boy, oh
Yeah.
boy.
He
Yeah,
said that
because the
Wow.
Mark
first
How
lied
season,
the
to him.
hell?
Like Mark told him that he didn't have that team, and that's why he
That's
picked
so.
that team. He like Mark
That's
lied
funny.
to him.
But can you think about it? Like in all honesty, would you trust Mark? Like you
Hell
can't trust
no.
Mark.
no, under no circumstance, unless he PM you. That's the only
Yes,
way I
sir,
trust him.
Reggie.
If it's something PM, I'm like,
But
all right.
they didn't chase specs together though, so that's probably why he got a little bit more trust in him than we might.
Nah, when it comes to real life, Mark is probably the coolest person, most honest. But when it comes to
Exactly.
Madden, oh boy,
Yeah.
that's sleazeball central right there. Nah, man.
Man, Mark something else.
Nah. And then top 5. Oh shit, top 5 crazy. Start from the bottom. Jose got no, actually JT got 1 vote. Jose got 2 votes. JR got 2. Twan, you got 3. Ty got 4 votes. Redo got 5.
I'm surprised.
And then top 5 goes like this. Flash with 9. Chris and Reggie 4 and 3. Maze came in second with 17. and then Dave came in first with 18.
Mm.
Incredible.
So let me ask y'all this: like, we know who.
Oh, wait. Okay, now keep
Uh,
going, because I have so many questions about the top five, how different it is compared to seasons past.
okay, I was just simply going to ask, like, out of the league, consensus or like the league average, who do y'all think was missing from both the top and the bottom?
Oh shit.
Oh.
Hmm.
I think they got it pretty much right. No.
Yeah, I think the bottom is, I mean, Kerm, Dez, Speedy, Bilbo, Will, Kobe. Those are the
Yeah,
top
yeah,
six.
that's the
So the
bottom. That's the
bottom,
bottom.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's the
outside
bottom.
of
Yeah,
Slim, who left, Daniel,
Oh come on. What's that? Oh.
Vic, Quasi. It's kind of new, so people probably forgot about him.
yeah, I did. I
But I
know I
think the
did.
bottom.
He's still
Now, the
playing.
top I find interesting because it's just so different than years past.
Yeah, it is.
I think the first, what, 2, 3 Maddens, B was up there, and everybody's like
That's
top
true.
5 to top 10.
And the light got
Hey,
to
And
put
that's
on. The light
excellent,
got put
Mike.
on them.
he didn't even
Yeah,
get
That's
a pick,
factual. That's
like,
facts.
at all. It's like
that's
Dave came and took all his votes. It was crazy.
hey, that's good shit, Mike.
Um,
I just realized that.
Yeah,
B, Jose,
Shout out to Julio.
and Ty, I think, are like the biggest changes. It's like they took out B, put in Dave, took out Jose, put in Reggie, took out Mays and put in, took out
Ah,
Ty
come
and put in
on.
Mays. I think Flash and Chris, I'm even surprised Flash got that many votes.
Yeah,
I
Flash
think
shouldn't have
Flash
got that
is
many votes.
up
Flash
there,
got top five.
but I think Flash is up there, but I don't know. I was
He's
surprised
up
to
there, but
see him get more votes than
he
Redo.
like 4 to 6.
yeah. I think his case would be even better if, like, when the big playoff wins come around. I was talking to him the other day. In a way, we kind of, like, I was telling him, we in a very similar way in the same boat, like, because at this point, people not really looking for us to do anything but win a championship.
Yeah.
And if that don't happen, then it's like, all right, yeah, we know you're this good, or, you know, some people will say it, some people won't. In the case of me, but
Come on,
it's like,
man.
we know you're at this level, but you gotta do this much more to get that universal type of validation. And I think the same thing goes for him too.
Oh, I could agree with that. Ooh, this
Yeah,
smoke
I
about to
agree
be
with that too.
nice. I
He
don't know
There we
the
go.
thing.
That's well
It's
said, brother.
just so surprising
There
to
you go.
see
There you go,
B
Loretto.
not in the
you
first,
know,
in the top five. Like,
Wait, what you
B had
saying,
a
it's
man?
just
terrible year.
What
People
you
he
saying,
forgot
did.
Mike?
about him.
He definitely did. But it's just different to see, like,
And he don't be in the
who.
chat like
My
that no
question
more.
then is, who in the top five won't be in the top five next Madden?
Flash.
Hmm.
so the top five was
Oh, come
Flash.
on, move! I'm moving
Yeah,
you. Why
from
didn't you
Reggie,
5 to 1
move?
Chris.
is Flash,
Wow.
Reggie, Chris, or Chris, Reggie, doesn't matter, and then Mays and Dave.
Yeah, if you put that together, I think the easiest answer, the easiest one to probably say might be like a slight regression would be Flash, because everybody else is like just like I was saying, everybody else got a championship and everybody else has like big playoff wins because that's the only way you can get a title. So it's like that's probably because if somebody, like, let's say Ty gets another championship, that could be a replacement right there. So I think
Huh.
he gotta do more in January and go from there.
I just had what fit with his bullshit. That's all.
And I'm not surprised because Ty's consistent when he plays, but I'm kind of surprised in the sense that he had such a small sample size. Yeah, I didn't know it would, like, he'd be that close to like that top five. That's kind of why I put him down a bit, just because everybody else had multiple
Nah.
seasons. He had the one,
Fuck.
Yeah, but he's had
but
success every Madden
yeah,
though,
he
and like
definitely has.
constant success. You know.
Yeah, like
He has.
you can't overlook it. Like he won a championship in 3 out of the 4. Yeah, 3 out of the 4 cycles, and the one that he didn't win, and then he played in the Super Bowl. So yeah, it's definitely validated.
Yeah, it's validated, but forget that, though.
I mean, he had a weak matchup in the Super Bowl, but I mean, you still can't take that away from
Hey,
So
now,
then,
hey,
him.
everybody want about those trades. We don't do that in the kind of wine, my man. I am king around these pots.
Wait, what is he saying?
my next question then is, if Flash is the one that's going to lead the top 5, who's going to break it? Who's going to be in the top 5 next Madden?
I think this the year where people finally realize how good I am, because I don't have a top team. I got the Skins. I got the worst team in the NFC East because every team was picked before I picked them. This is the last team in the NFC East. Every team was picked before I picked them. And for me to win 2 Super Bowls with them, people going to have to start respecting me.
2 Super Bowls?
That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think, and the reason, again, like the reason I think Flash is that person is just because you get to like, you can leave the other 4. Leave Dave, Reggie, Chris, and Mays because they're the Fantastic Four to chat. Those are the guys that, you know.
But
Chris, Reggie, Mays, and Flash?
what has to happen to
again.
them? What has to happen to them for
And
them to
Dave.
fall off?
Oh, good question.
I think the no switch rule going to fuck Dave up and Mays.
Why you say that?
That's just my opinion. That's my opinion, though.
Why you say that though?
Why do I say that? Because last year, right, Mays was like he was run to the left, run to the right with his running back. You slowed that running game down a little bit. It was tossed up to Julio Jones or whoever. Like a lot of Raiders had to go into it with that. Like if you give him a lesser team and he don't necessarily got that superstar to just throw it up to, we're gonna see what his character
where's
really
my-
about. As far as Flash, I think Flash has a better
Where's
ability.
my secondary?
I think Flash has a better ability to adapt than Mays does. So we're gonna see. Like Flash the Kansas City was a good team out the box last year.
That's very,
Let's-
yeah, it was good.
Let's see how he does with whatever team he picks this year.
Yeah, and I think that like 6 through 9 is it's so jumbled to where you can almost interchange it 4 or 5. Like it's easy scenarios where anybody of like me, you, Twan, Ty, just trying to think off the top of my head, like just even those 3, for lack of a longer list, you could swap in at like that one position in that top 5, and it's not much separating any of us given the day or the game.
Hey, Retta,
What's up?
I just hit that pin, man. I'm in the stars. Let's talk about the stars.
Hey, what you gonna do against the Stars though? You playing twice a year?
Man, I'm a dog. Hey, who got a Jesus? Jesus got a Super Bowl in the year 27 AD. I was like, brother, I heard Jesus got a Super Bowl. He was like, yeah, he do. I was like, well, he was like season 1, like year 3. I said, season 1?
You think that was in the PlayStation 1 league?
Yeah, I'm saying like, damn, look at that. Like that wasn't man, that was Joe Montana football.
Hey, check this out. It's about to get funnier because that's still to date the only untelevised Super Bowl in league history. Like
Yeah,
I remember,
they couldn't tell
I'm mad you remember this.
televise that shit.
I know, right?
I remember because he was a Giant, and I think I lost to him or
Who was
something.
he playing?
You lost him in the
to
NFC
him,
Championship,
like,
yeah. Cause I thought you was gonna make it that year,
Oh,
but
I should have racked that.
Yeah, y'all played in the NFC title game, and
Oh,
then
you
he
can't
played
rack,
Ty.
Jose. Don't rack.
There's no rules here.
He played Ty in that Super Bowl, and it was like I think they ran it back like 2 3 times, and after the second time it went, I was like, I just play that joint and just report back with a winner. Like, geez,
You
all
just
right.
brought something
I
straight
definitely
back to
don't
my
remember
mind.
that.
Ty is the original four verticals king. I just
Oh
remember that
man.
shit.
Oh, I
Oh
got some
my!
painful memories from that.
Do you
Oh, I got
remember
some
when he used
painful
to
memories.
run the four verts and then have the running back come out the outside to the flat? Oh
Yo,
boy.
I could play
Oh
back the
shit.
I could play back the season
Oh, I just
2,
remember that.
year 2 NFC Championship game. I just took the lead with seconds left. It was under a minute. I had a 2 point lead, and no, it was a 1 point lead because I missed a 2 point conversion. I had the 1 point lead, and he did the four verticals up the field. He did like 2 times to the running back, and then the joint that got him in field goal range, he threw it to that dude Simpson. Bama was in double to triple coverage. I controlled Kurt Coleman going for the pick. Thought I had it. Somehow he came down with it, and he kicks the field goal, goes on to play the Super Bowl, wins the Super Bowl, and I'm just like, that was another ring of mine that should have happened but didn't.
Shoulda, coulda,
Yeah.
woulda.
Yeah, exactly. And now that's a whole other
Definitely remember
tangent.
him being the original
Somebody
verticals
said,
king.
somebody said Jesus won a Super Bowl in PlayStation Sport Football, Play Action Sport Football NES.
NFL quarterback club.
That sounds like Bilbo.
Yeah, that was a minute ago. That's crazy. He had that boy Swain at quarterback. He drafted him. Had JJ Grant.
Yeah, I remember he
All
had
the
JJ. I
Oh,
said that's cheating.
yeah, for like a third rounder or something.
Yeah, some nonsense.
But yeah, what's the next joint though? Like the next category.
That's it. Those are the four for
That's
the
it.
questionnaire. Yeah. So whatever y'all
Um,
got.
sure, we can. I mean, we can talk about these the teams we do know and the divisions we do know.
Yeah, start from the AFC East, Rudder.
Yeah, so we had
yeah, shut
today
up, Mark.
was East on the East day, just like
Oh, yo,
Friday
trash.
out East. AFC East revealed, NFC East revealed. I was looking, I was like, man, I was like, I can't wait to see who had Buffalo. I thought I knew somebody low was gonna get Miami, and I was like, who really gonna challenge New England out there? And then NFC East, I was like, I knew top three or Skins, Cowboys, and I mean Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants was gonna be out in the top before the top 10 was up. So who gonna be the Skins and join them? And yo, when them joints came out and it said Mark had New England, Jose had Miami, Feedy had the New York Jets, and Dez had the Buffalo Bills. See, this why you can't, and this is just like on the field. You can't overthink it. Even in his bio, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm making sure I don't go to Mark Division and play them 5 a.m. games." You overthought it, and that look at you. You stop. I mean,
Hey, Dez sick too. I know that
oh
personally.
yeah, he hurting.
He hurting like shit.
Ooh, the smoke smelled good.
Man, I was thinking like it's gonna be three very upset. Like I don't think Speedy really gonna care too much, just because you
Oh, I
know.
know y'all peeped that. Whoever's watching, I know y'all just peeped that move.
I'm looking now. I thought,
But I mean,
woo, I seen it.
I guess
Is
that's
that
your
DJ
boy
Moore?
DJ Moore. Yeah, that's like a special
Oh
for like a 90
yeah,
rated
there you
card.
go. Woo! Can't wait. Trust, there's gonna be more of that in real life. Like, oh, I can't wait for the season to start. But yeah, he just stuck out there like in Buffalo. Probably thought, oh yeah, I'm about to get as far away from him as possible. Then that happens. Yeah, go with your first choice. Go with your first choice. 'Cause I'm sure that wasn't it.
He's gonna have a tough.
But
He's gonna have a tough year. He got to watch Kerm use the Falcons, and now he's got to play Mark.
yeah, that's very true.
Oh boy.
Dang,
Yeah,
like
that's gonna hurt. Now,
But
you know,
man,
now, okay. If Kern, has a better cycle with the Falcons than Dez has. What does that mean anything or no?
And Dez could never
Oh
use the
shit.
Falcons again.
It could. I think so because I mean, it's only one division per side, but I would certainly say the NFC East is stronger than the AFC East, and yeah, I know the South plays the NFC East this year, so he can get off to a real good start in
Dang, the difference
possibly
is a
making that happen.
That's gonna be a fun game,
Um,
fun matchup. But I mean,
But Sean, what you about
looking
to
at
do,
the
man?
teams though, the Bills roster ain't bad. So I mean,
yeah, the Bills they got some nice pieces. Like
Nah, Bill's got a lot of pieces.
you put Josh Allen in the right hands, that throw power.
yeah.
I was like, yeah, that'd be whew. You do
Yes,
some things.
McCoy.
But he's not in the right hands.
He in the left hands.
You know what it is, man. I don't know.
Break it down for us. What is
I
it?
feel like Dez's play calling is just like hampers him the most out of anything.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I think Dez wants to be good.
You want to stop?
See, I think his problem is I think it starts before he even take the field. Like, and sometimes you see it. Like he'd be like, all right, let me go ahead and play this game. I might lose by 40, but I'm gonna still talk. You know, I'm still do my talking, yada yada yada. I'm like, but just the reinforcement was like he going in. It just feels like from the outside of times he going in the joint, and it's like, oh yeah, he about to get rocked, but you know he'll have some commentary for us though. That type of thing.
So he's more interested
Sorry.
in providing entertainment. So you saying?
Yeah, I wouldn't even say interested in it. He's just more inclined to do that than like. I think if that level of focus was there before kind of predetermining the game in his mind, it'd be a little better for him. But I can't lie though, like the one game of his that stands out. There's actually two of them, but one of them that stands out is the one you had against him, Jose, when you came back. And I'm not gonna lie, that's when we was old days, the good old days with Carolina and Seattle, and I was hoping you lost.
What was that when I had Seattle? I don't remember.
You still
Seattle?
Seattle's Madden 16? Yeah, 16.
Yeah, I remember I was still in school when that happened.
All the glory days, right, Jose?
Yeah.
I would say your glory days, but you don't have any. But yeah, yours was what, one season, Madden, last Madden.
Shots rang out.
But I mean, I could
energy
speak
for that.
on why I took the Dolphins.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I felt like they had the best core of like young players available from the teams that I had. So, because I looked at the roster, I mean, the tight end Gasecki, he has like a 90, not 90, like 87
Oh, that's the
speed.
dude from Penn State?
He has like 87 speed. They got
Yeah, that dude
Fitzpatrick.
from Penn State, he's nice.
They got
Yeah, he is
Raekwon. They got Devontae Parker. So I felt like that was the best young, like, crop out of all the other teams available.
And
So
that cap money that's going to come about probably like pretty soon. Like,
I didn't even look at that, to be honest. I just took out, oh, these are young guys. So wait, that's not the pick I picked.
yeah, I mean, given where you was at, it wasn't a whole bunch of choices, but I mean, I think it definitely worked out. Like, I think there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna be like, dang, I wish I had like not that road, but I wish I kind of had it easier than what I'm gonna have it. I think some people kind of already thinking that they see, you know, Dez and Speedy, they like, oh man, it's
Yeah,
gonna
but I
be a
mean,
two-team
it's not
division.
like I
And
knew who was there when I picked.
hmm I thought you was going. I really thought you was going to take the Jets. So to me,
I
it
would
probably
have
wouldn't have made
taken
much of
them
a
if they were
difference.
there.
Yeah,
I don't want to say what were my choices because then if they weren't there, then that means somebody took them. But
right.
none of the people that I expected to take were there, so kind of had to adjust.
Yeah, um, yeah. We could talk about Speedy, but my thing was this: I had Speedy in the bottom five strictly,
Don't
and it
got
wasn't even
pulled.
like it wasn't even like strictly like skill based. It was for the fact that he just took that tie. I think he tied against like JT or somebody.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I'm like, no, he beat Jeremy. A
It
couple
was
people
against. It was
beat
against. It
Jeremy.
was against. Wasn't it against Vic?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
okay. No, I can't even throw the
And
ball.
I'm like, what are you doing? Like, and he could have went for the field goal. He was like, he ain't
Yeah, it
trusted
was.
because of the win. Kick it
Yeah,
anyway. Kick it
yeah.
anyway. Like,
I didn't believe that.
yeah. So me either. So I was just like, man, that's enough. That's warranted just off of that, off the strength of that alone. But yeah, I do see it being a
That's
two-team
Mike. Mike,
race.
you over there smoking that indica boy? I hear you. My bad, Rutto.
Oh no, you good. I was just saying,
But I hear
I
my
expect it to
man
be a
over there
two-team
going to them clouds, baby.
race. Taking a nice journey. Yeah, that'd be fun though. Yeah, if
I can't
y'all,
wait till the next division. So apparently, we doing them 2 a day.
yeah, that's what it seems.
So what they did east, so it's probably next south.
I don't know. I have no clue.
It's random as hell.
Yeah.
Shoot,
Reggie here laughing at you, Mike.
I think with the AFC,
You heard Mike?
huh?
Reggie here laughing at you dying.
Uh, um,
Damn, I'm about to lose this game.
I think the AFC will go with Jose
Come on, Julio.
while Mark struggles. I think Dez will come in third. Actually, I think I think Dez will come in third, and then Speedy will come in fourth. Just because I think neither Speedy or Dez know how to build a team correctly. And that's what both teams need. Somebody that's a good GM can take care of that team.
Yeah, I would. You had Mark or Jose first.
Jose.
I'm
Nobody
torn.
thinks Mark is good, man. You think Mark is in the same league as Jose? Oh,
Nah,
man.
skillfully, skill for skill, I don't. But and
But when
this is
you
why
had that bubble gum, right? When you had that bubble gum, they kind of, yeah. I get it. I see what you're thinking.
and this is why I always used to ask whenever these discussions came up, and I felt like when I asked the question, it didn't get the attention that it would get now. But I think that's kind of like for a higher percentage of things I say anyway. But I always ask, are we talking about skill or are we talking about results? And I think with Mark and Jose, that's the type of battle it's going to be. Like I believe Jose is better skillfully. I think Mark has a formula to get him possibly better results earlier though, and the team difference also. I think it's going to help. So just for that sake, I
Yeah,
would
there is
say
Jeremy. You could join.
I say I got Mark year one, but not necessarily because he's the better skill for skill, pound for pound player, but just because New England's gonna be a lot easier to work with early on in Miami.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I think Jose will figure it out, even though Mark has a better team. Actually, you know what? I can't even say that because you don't know how people are going to adapt to that damn super rule that they're trying to implement.
Oh, like the no switch, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it's kind of, to me now, it makes it a lot more difficult to rank somebody because who knows if Speedy got time and he adjusts quicker than Jose and Mark, he ends up doing something.
I don't think it's gonna change that much.
Yeah, I think after a certain point, I think for the most part, the guys that are near the top going to stay there. The order of that just might change. I think, but I think like the tiers, if you go like from best, middle, then the bottom guys probably be.
Yeah, I don't think Speedy gonna jump from trash to division winner. He got a couple levels to go before he can get to that. But no disrespect though, Speedy. You're a nice guy, man. I hope you're having a good time, man. Out there in Atlanta. I've
Yeah, it looks like
seen you lifting like 400
Oh,
pounds, some
come
shit like
on.
that.
yeah,
So,
he like laughing at me in the little fitness chat because of my incident. It wasn't even no incident. It was just me re-racking the weights.
Wait, what
But
happened to you?
Another
oh
one?
no. This is the same one while I was re-racking the weights after I decided not to bench press the 185 or however much it was.
That was,
But
oh boy. That shit look like, oh, it was going to destroy your whole vertebrae. I was like, oh,
man,
that shit hurt your little body.
hey,
I got in there too late. It was like 11:30 when I tried it. Like that's usually past my prime lifting hours. I should have known better, but I won't document no footage like that late again. Never.
That could have ended bad
Bro.
for you.
Yeah, I know. If I ain't had that, them little bars at the bottom, man, who knows how or if I'm talking at this point.
Gonna
But
have to find a new replacement for you.
oh man, tell me about it. But yeah, I like y'all battle though. I see y'all got a somewhat early match. I think it's week number 4. Then y'all play week number 15, 14. So
Yeah, hopefully we're able to play it and not be CPU.
hey, is that Mr. Wrong?
Yeah, you know who it is.
Oh man, welcome back. Yeah, I ain't think we was gonna find you. You've been buried under 500 for so long.
Wow.
Oh, you said what?
Hey man, we glad to have you. That's all.
Oh,
But nah.
Wow.
you talking that
It
shit
says
again?
buried under 500.
Hey,
Mike,
you huh?
huh?
Yeah.
You said what?
I was gonna say you here in the season premiere. Go ahead and speak your piece. What you think
I
about
don't
it?
even know what
Yeah,
piece I
whatever.
want to. I don't even think I got a piece though right now. I don't even know. I'm late to the podcast. I'm late to the everything. I was up here having a Maryland crab boil in my house, man.
That's a good state to start.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how the teams released.
Nah.
Nah, we got the AFC East and the NFC East right
Let's
now.
go. Touchdown.
Yeah, I saw
For the
that on
Cats
Nike Talk, so
watching,
I
let's
didn't
go.
know if they did everybody.
Nah, it looks like it's gonna be like 2 divisions per day, so we might get like the West or something tomorrow.
Or until
Or the
everybody
North or South or
responds, I
something.
guess.
Whoa.
Yeah, that too. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so
we kind of just
Yeah.
waiting.
the waiting game,
You
huh?
said that we still wait for the Jicks, right? That's crazy.
Yeah. Ah, fuck. Come on.
Yeah.
Better give
Man,
him
I
whatever.
don't know, man. I mean, the league kind of shook up right now because there's no switch rule. Niggas is. I guess niggas gonna get exposed. I guess that's what's gonna happen. I mean, niggas. It sound like niggas is nervous. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Who really got this stick still? I mean, like, who really out here scheming? Who really out here, making squads?
Yeah.
Just like I went fish market and said, I forgot what I was saying, but I said what makes a good player is somebody that can take a not so good team and make them a fucking Super Bowl contender. That's what I feel like a good player in any league. I
Yeah.
mean,
Lead to TV or something, whatever you
fucking
listening.
you get the Rams, they already stacked. You get the Eagles, they already stacked. There's no work to do. You just gotta play the game now. You know.
That's
A
true.
lot of cats. I mean, just like last year in Madden, man. Between both leagues, Atlanta and Kansas City stayed at top the whole time. It's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? And they never faltered because Atlanta was already stacked, and you didn't have to do shit. You didn't have to do shit with Atlanta. Instead of trading. Yeah, they were fast. They were young. Contracts was cool. You got 2 dominant running backs in the game. Receiver core is all fast. There's nothing you got to do. Offensive line was cold. There's nothing you got to do. You know what I'm saying? And then they stayed on top. Like I said, I'm not taking nothing away from Dave's game, Flash's game, or whatever, but at the end of the day, just look at the 2 leagues and what team was on top and who was controlling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we talked about that a bit on the last cycle.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And you know me, I'll give credit where credit is due. You know what I'm saying? I lost to Dale all year. I lost to you all year, so I'm not tripping. But like I said, I got trolled by somebody named Kermit this year when I had the 7th pick. And he wanted it because we knew where you were going at number 5. We already knew where you were going. And so if you can stay home, you gonna stay home, you know.
Yeah, it's like the worst kept secret in the league.
Yeah. But I get trolled by Kermit who's like, hey man, go to Tampa, go to Tampa, go to Tampa. I'm like, he was like, if you don't go to Tampa, you're running from Redo. He's trying to play on my manhood a little bit too. To get me to go to Tampa. But I didn't go. One, I didn't go the way 18 did Jameis last year. You can train that man to 99 overall, and this nigga will still throw the ball all over the field, not to where it's supposed to go. Fucking crazy. It was kind of like they programmed that nigga to fuck up in Madden. That shit was crazy. Like, it was a program. But
So,
what's up?
I was gonna ask you. So, you was talking about the top 5, bottom 5 thing earlier. We was kind of going over like what we thought and what the league as a whole kind of thought in comparison. What was your list, like top 5, bottom 5?
Top 5. Top 5. I always throw Chris in there one because he just a dog on there on the game. He build the team and take them where they need to do. Yeah. I throw you on there because I mean, you changed. I like said, even though I lost you, you changed the game. Like your game to match what you want to play. And you use what you had to use. You know what I'm saying? Maze is up there just because he gets there. Like I said, then the next, like you got, like you want to, if you want to put Dave in there and Flash in there, but like I said, Dave, the thing with David with me, he's a good player, but the year before last, not this, was 17 Madden?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he always did the middle linebacker interception thing, but he wasn't going to the ball. He wasn't going to the Super Bowl, if I remember correctly, in 17.
Yeah, he had that.
And,
he had like that hurdle, like that Flash got now kind of.
Yeah, so like.
If someone said Jeremy sounds like a fishbowl.
That sounds like a fishbowl?
Yeah, May said
that. And so come back 18, he gets Atlanta, and he lurks in the middle. And like I said, the league seems to want to throw it to the middle where Dave is good at.
It did seem like that.
Yeah, like it was crazy to me. Like the league said he was stat padding, but y'all niggas throwing the ball in the middle of the field, knowing he got an 89 speed middle linebacker.
Exactly. Can't fault him. So, he just making the play.
All you gotta do is sit there and lurk. You know what he's gonna do. So, like I said, come this year, he gets Atlanta and he dominates the league. What, you win 2 Super Bowls, 1 Super Bowl? I know
he won 2 back to back.
He won 2 back to back, but he didn't have to do nothing. He just had to play the game. It was like plug and play. You know what I'm saying?
Pick up and play game.
And it sucked. Yeah, like I said, I play them twice a year, and and I don't know what the game do. You could be up on Dave, you could be driving downfield before me, and then Jameis throws 1 interception, and this nigga puts up 28 points in 1 quarter. Like, what the fuck? I've seen people play this man, and that's what happened. They'll be up on Dave, everybody, oh, Dave about to lose. All of a sudden, 1 interception, and the whole momentum of the game changed.
It's going off that. I could say.
Y'all know who that is?
You know what I'm saying? If you get a pick, you know that person's scoring in 3 plays. Like it's just nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. They'll either break a long ass run or whatever. So like I said, so that's why I'm kind of iffy of putting Dave in the top 5, just because he ran. I mean, he's got 2 Super Bowls, but we'll see what happens in 19. If he does the same thing in 19, whatever team he's got, because I don't know what team he has in either league. I know in Fish Market, I forgot who he had in Fish Market.
Buffalo and Fish Market.
Buffalo. So now if he does what Buffalo needs to do and takes him to a bowl, top 5, no question.
And if he doesn't,
not at all, because Buffalo doesn't have a lot of weapons right now. But what the fuck they got is a big ass salary cap to make. They got like $40 million in salary cap to make moves in the offseason to steal anybody. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
we're gonna see if he's a team builder or he's just a Madden player. You know what I'm saying? A schemer. You know, and then 19's big because 19's is big on schemes right now. We ain't touched the game yet, but it's talking about fitting schemes. So that's a whole nother thing. Like I said, you want Flash in there. Like I said, with him, my thing is, like I said, we know Flash's game. Everybody's vertical and a cover 3 at a 3-2-6. We know what he runs.
Down to a T, huh?
Yep, 3-2-6, and if it's 3rd and long, he's running the cover 3. You know exactly what he's running. If he gets sacked and it's 2nd and 20, he's throwing verticals. You know what I'm saying? But what kills me, the only thing, like I said, what kills me, he has Chris Conley, who's rated like a 70-something at the beginning of the year.
Granted, put that boy up quick.
Right, but he has the best vertical in the game. And he's what, 6'3",
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's got the highest vertical. He got the record in the NFL for the highest vertical. So he's got like 99 jumping. Now, you got that though. So now you like I said, I think Chris Conley's 6'3" with that vertical. So you throw the ball up, and this man's coming down with the ball. My problem is you have a Mike Evans who is 6'5". His jump last year was like 97, but this nigga's getting the ball slapped out of his hands like it ain't nothing. And he's a 90 rated receiver off the box. Right. So I don't know if there's some kind of special formula Flash had, the rat catch swerve that we've seen. I don't know if he's doing that. I'm not accusing nobody of that shit. But it was kind of, you know what I'm saying, this nigga was catching every fucking jump ball. If it was 20 yards to go, you knew exactly where the ball was, and the game wouldn't stop it. It was fucking crazy. But
yeah, I mentioned that in the write-up, so it's like more times than not, you knew what was coming, but still couldn't stop it.
Right. Like, you could play 20 yards off on the fade route, and these niggas was coming down with the rock. Shit's crazy. Chris Conley was catching. I've seen Chris Conley dive. Man, it's Conley, all kinds of shit. It was crazy.
Conley was a monster. What do you think about bottom 5 though?
Did Antoine die?
Bottom 5. I mean,
Tony, you good? I think I heard him like 5 minutes ago, but he was like away from the
Yeah. So still on top 5 before I go not bottom 5. That man Twan. What he did with the Browns that first season.
Yo, stop it, because I'm tired of
Go
this,
ahead,
man.
That wasn't a bad team.
I told Reto, yo, y'all got to start giving respect. If somebody did something with a team before somebody else did, show the respect. What
you
Twan
did kind of establish them in terms of the league.
I built them. Like, Twan had more pieces than I had.
He took all the high draft picks and just continued developing them.
Yeah, exactly.
So, so Twan got the Browns after you, Mike?
Yeah.
Had him though.
Yeah, he had him 17.
Mike had him before they drafted you.
Well, yeah, 17. I'm talking about 18 though. I know you had him in 17 and did your work. But I'm talking about,
yo, he made 18. It to one more game than I did. That's it. And it was the Super Bowl. That's it. It's not like I've only won 2 games, and then he brought him to the playoffs every year. See, I made him to the playoffs more than he did.
Yeah, because that was
Right.
my
Well,
division.
I said I'm not. I was
I'm
only
like,
speaking on 18. I wasn't even talking about 17. That's all
nah,
I'm
I'm just
saying.
talking about the Browns. Like we said, the Browns, as opposed like as if nobody else did anything with them.
No, no, no.
Like the
I'm just
same way if
like I
somebody
said. I'm
brings
just
up
talking about
Seattle, they're
in
going
the
to talk
terms of
about what
18
Jose has
though.
done. Oh, okay. Say,
Yeah, and I'm just talking about in terms of 18, not 17 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going off
God
18.
damn, this
But
guy already has
credit to credit's due.
87.
You did work. You did magnificent things with the Browns. You did
Uh,
magnificent things with the Browns.
May said that y'all
And,
both did good with Cleveland, but then went ghost.
man, but see what happened with
what he
Twan
say?
was he did that one
He said y'all
season and
both did
never
good with
again.
Cleveland, but then went ghost.
Yeah, yeah.
How?
Twan
How he
after
go
that first
ghost?
season,
I
like
had
I
him for
guess
like
his
the
heart
first.
was so broke he couldn't recover.
I think I missed the
I'm
playoffs.
sorry.
But
I had to earn that Madden real quick. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm back, and yeah,
I,
my heart was broke. But I wanted that Super Bowl so fucking bad it just broke my fucking spirit,
I
and
don't
I
even know
never
what you,
came
I don't
back.
even want to ask what you was just doing.
You know, she on the way home, she just wanted somebody to talk to for the ride and stuff. You know, I just had to say a quick hellos and how you doing and
I
you know
love
all
you and all that.
that. Nothing major. We don't have to go that far into it, Jose. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta dig that deep. Yeah,
Hey, it's only episode 1, right?
you know what I'm saying? We gonna save that for the later rounds and stuff. We chilling. But
Reg,
Jeremy, right?
Reggie said you fresh out of spec butt.
Listen, what I'm doing ain't of the podcast concern right now. We'll talk about that later. But
I mean,
Jeremy, I just stepped in, but yeah, I was hurting like shit though,
Yeah,
especially
yeah,
lose
yeah, man.
to lose how I lost to like sixth place. Like I swear to God, I lost to sixth place. Like he come in here and talk all that type of shit in the world, but I lost to sixth place. What was y'all
who's
talking
that?
about though?
Who ran
Time,
sixth place?
time the Super Bowl, but
Who?
time the Super Bowl against me.
why didn't that linebacker just turn around? Somebody told me I was watching. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I missed it.
But yeah, man. So, like I said, once Monday, I had the new Madden Monday. So,
Oh, you got a
but
new
yeah,
man Monday? Oh, that mean you got a head
yeah,
start.
And
Did they
a
review you
whole
yeah,
too?
day. I know
yeah.
you
Could
are.
I be? You know me. My game is, like I said, is defense. I like defense, man. Like I said, even though in real life they
I
take it
thought
away
so
from the
too.
defense after watching that fucking Hall of Fame game yesterday. With them
Yeah.
bullshit ass flags they were throwing already. So I'm like, damn. But uh,
Quick thought
like I
about
said,
that. Like
huh?
people, like the NFL is in a terrible place right now. It's
Like,
a lot of stuff going on, and man, man, oh man,
Yeah,
like this
yeah,
ain't the place for it. Like this podcast. It's to the point where I don't even feel like comfortable really saying how I feel about the whole situation because I think both sides kind of got like their minds made up. So if you ain't on side A or side B, you kind of like selling out either way. You know what I mean? Like it's terrible. There's a
hmm.
lot of hate going on in this world, and that shit with the NFL and everything, man, is getting bad. But that's something else. My apologies.
yeah,
I just brought down the
yeah. It's
podcast,
all
but
good.
I just
But
wanted to say
like
that. That's
one thing I hope to see in this 19 since you playing already,
Okay.
Jose,
Can't even fucking say. Yeah.
is that fucking illegal contact downfield ass on fucking defense. That shit.
Yeah, need
Like
that.
when yeah, they need to because there's a bad animation in the game where that your receiver running route and that corner literally just smacks him 10 yards downfield,
Yeah.
slows down the route, and then this nigga's you like what the fuck?
That should be
Oh, it
clutch though
happened
if you
when
on
you
don't get
run
drag
on
it.
your
routes. It
man,
happens on.
if you
You said what?
I think he cut off. I said that'd be clutch though when you're on defense and you do that and get away with it. But in this one,
Yeah, that shit
I
like,
haven't seen
oh,
it
this ball about
happen
to go
or
up, and all of a
tried
sudden
it.
they hit each other, and it's like,
Yeah.
all your momentum, and then you get sacked or some shit. But from what I've been hearing in this 19, the block shit, they done turned up block sheds on this shit.
Wow.
You said turn up?
Yeah, they said the block shed is higher this year in Madden than it was last year.
Yeah, that is true.
So you don't have as much time to throw the ball. I think they did that to stop all them one play tutties where niggas wait for that post route to come all the way from the left side of the field.
Like
and your corner doesn't know what a deep third is at all.
For real.
So you know, like I said, I've been seeing YouTube shit. Supposedly the zones are better. Supposedly man is better.
The zones are definitely smarter this year.
Supposedly man is better, that you actually can run fucking man without getting blazed on every fucking route.
That is accurate.
So I'm kind of excited to see, man, because like I said, last year you can know somebody's game, make all the right hot route audibles, and that shit still won't work. That shit still, something be wide open. Something be wide open. Somebody fucks up his own. I hope they fix the point where you baseline and your corner that is playing on the right side decides to run all the way to the fucking left side of the fucking field.
I haven't seen that happen yet.
Hopefully when you're audible, you don't have a wide receiver going to play lineman and a lineman going to play wide receiver.
Yeah,
shit they did last
wide receiver playing guard.
Yeah, so hopefully that shit changes. Hopefully they change where if somebody's in hurry up, the game doesn't lock up and you can't change your defense.
Oh man, that got me cut up so many times.
Yeah. And you can't switch a man. You can't do nothing. Can't move nobody. Can't do shit.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of hiccups. 18 was good, but there was a lot of hiccups in 18, and I feel like it was like, oh fuck it, we're not gonna fix it.
And that's another thing. Like people use like the no, like I don't. And this is a kind of like a tangent. I'm not gonna get too far into, but people talk about the no huddle a lot, and we saw how many people used it, and we saw like that exploit where dudes couldn't do nothing on defense. Like
you had to waste the timeout or some shit.
But on the other side of it though, it's like if I decide to come to the line and I'm analyzing your defense, I'm making adjustments or not, depending on just depending. But if I'm sitting there basically using more time to kind of figure out what I'm gonna do before the play, it gets looked down upon. And I never really did know huddle like that, like ever, for real. So I'm like, I come out and I see it as I'm really giving the defense in a way far more time to adjust than anybody else would. But you see it in the chat and you see it, from other people, it'd be like, oh, he using 30 seconds of the clock. I don't even think about the clock. I'm like, it's like regardless, I'm gonna hike the ball eventually. Right, and it's going to come down to, can you stop the play or am I going to make the play? And if you don't stop it, you're going to have something to complain about.
Right. What is that?
But
I know what bank you with.
Let's switch to this NFC East because I know we ain't really talked about them yet, and I'm sure Twan will be back in a second.
Can we talk more?
But Jeremy, I don't know if you've seen
that Madden right now.
Yeah, NFC East was what? JR, Tone,
65.
JR, Twan, Jesus, and Nick. Nick Philly is his Cowboys. JR is Giants, and Twan is the Redskins.
I just thought Tone is not even in the league.
We need that. And Nicky gonna give it to you tomorrow. The 40 tomorrow back tomorrow.
I feel
you the only one that got cash.
Out of all those players that are in there,
you
said it's Twan, Nick. Nick was the Jets last year?
You're the only one that got cash. Give him $65.
Nick was the Jets. You said Jesus.
It's Dallas.
Who was Jesus last year? The Ravens?
Nicky gonna give
Cardinals.
you 40 tomorrow.
Cardinals. Okay. And then
Nick is the Eagles.
Nick is the Eagles.
And JR's the Giants.
JR and the Giants. Okay.
Oh shit! I
I
thought
don't
I was
see.
muted the whole time. My bad.
Oh, you good?
No, we heard
So,
you.
We talking
what
about
are you
the
trying to
division.
make predictions in the East?
Yeah, like what you think about the matchups? Who you think gonna be like the favorite? That type of thing.
Season 1, you got to go with the Eagles. Giants ain't got enough defense right now, and they're still working on the offensive line. So even though they got a high-powered offense, quarterback's still shaky. It's old, you know. So if you said JR's got them.
Yeah, hit the Giants.
So I mean, yes. So he's basically JR's got the same team he had last year between the Dolphins and the Giants. I feel Dolphins had a little better defense.
Oh
But-
no, Tone was Miami last year. JR was the
Oh, Tone.
Cowboys.
Oh, JR the Cowboys. Okay, so
Who do JR
now,
got?
oh, I forgot.
Yeah, the
So
Cowboys.
JR, so he has no offensive line. So JR was running the ball last year. With
Yeah,
Zeke
with
in the
Zeke,
best
yeah.
offensive line in the game. Now he's got Saquon without an offensive line, so we're gonna see what the real deal is. You know what I'm saying?
Might see some playbook magic again.
Yeah. So we're gonna see what happens. Like I said, they said 19 running the ball is 10 times harder now.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
it's 100% different.
So if niggas, so I feel like niggas that were in the game last year was running the ball tough.
Come on,
I can
Jimmy.
run the ball, and but I was running the ball with a shitty ass old line. So and I got nerfed. I got hated on. So that's a whole nother issue. I'm still salty about that shit. But yeah, so he's got the Giants. Who else? You said Twan with the Redskins. Redskins got pieces. Redskins got pieces.
They
A
do.
lot of pieces. It just you got to make them play. I mean, you got a nice rookie running back and guys. You got who's the quarterback? Alex Smith quarterback now, or
Yeah.
Alex Smith. You got Dotson, who was one of the most underrated receivers last year in the league in real life.
You just got a bad user. That's the only thing.
You got a nice tight end. You got a nice tight end core. We're gonna see. I mean, offensive line there, defensive line.
That D line is crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, D line gonna be crazy.
Jonathan Allen, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then didn't they lose their rookie though for the year?
Redskins got so. To be honest with you, in that whole league, the sleeper team is the Redskins. Like I said,
The Redskins stopped being a sleeper team at around 9:15 yesterday.
So, like I said, if Twan does what he did with the Browns with the Redskins,
Oh, they ain't gonna fucking fail with flying colors then.
Oh, shout out to the NO.
oh,
What
that
up?
man Chris in here. That man Chris in here. The hot spitters in here. Currency the hot
Let's
spitter.
take you to the homeboy soldier Slim.
Let me hear that noise. You clap. Yeah. But so yeah, man. I
Hey,
mean,
Chris knows. Maybe Chris could give us a quick exclusive, man. You know, go ahead and leak a division real quick, man. Let's talk about it. Go ahead and leak a quick division.
Eagle quick division, all right.
Can
Let's
we
leave
get
the AFC East, right? So when Dez wrote that little statement and he sent the C's, that shit was hilarious. Cause I was like, oh, little does Dez know, And then when everybody, you know what I'm saying, when everything came together and he just started spazzing out, I was like, it's destiny, bro. It's karma. Karma set that up for you, bro.
That was like, I feel like that's already the best draft reaction has already happened.
It's even funnier because of his message.
Yeah, exactly. That made the whole thing. That made the
I
whole
wonder if he's
thing.
the only one that wrote that though.
I don't know.
but yeah. So yeah, 19 gonna be interesting, man. I'm excited, man.
Hey, Chris.
What's good?
So you've seen all the teams, right?
Yeah, I've seen a good bit of them. I think
Okay.
we don't say anything. But what's up? What
Well,
up?
we ain't gotta give up nothing or nothing like that. Let's just say like if you from saying what you said, do you think it's gonna be a Super Bowl winner that we not used to having, like a upcoming player that might win one?
Well, I think I got to see how people react with the new rules and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I got to see how like the top tier and the lower tier players, how if they're able to adjust to the no switching and stuff like that. And but if they are, I don't know if we're gonna have much of a change. We do have some new players and some old returning players. I hope they're good and not trash, because that's what we need. We need some parity in the league. But I don't know, man. I mean, your division pretty stacked. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the most elite of divisions that I've seen in recent years.
Like after me, it's a decent drop off.
A decent drop off.
Yo. Another thing with that division though, it's a lot of home team pride. Like it's gonna be a very proud division in terms of just like, I mean, because we've seen it. Like I could be a testament to it. Like it's something different when you got your squad. It's something
That is
different.
true.
And if you bring that type of pride to every game, and you got three people that got their team in that division, it's gonna be good.
What did Antoine just say?
Good statement. That's a good statement. That's how I felt with Tampa the last 2
He
years.
said he on that Henny, he getting loose.
That's how I felt with Tampa. Like I felt like Tampa had something to prove, man. Like
prove it?
like Redo said.
So they basically still got something to prove. Yeah.
I mean, you right. You right. We gonna see what you got to, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't go. I went to every game like I can win that mother. Like though we we have the worst secondary I've ever seen in the history of the NFL right now.
Oh man.
So wait, you said you went to every game, no, thinking you was gonna win, but reality hit, right?
Yeah, you sometimes you be like I said, first season, you know what I'm saying? It was like, man, you out here working, but I knew my secondary was so fucking terrible that I couldn't guard no receiver ever. Like you just gotta take your losses until you get it pieces that you need. Offensive line was terrible.
You know what I think is a big issue in the
What's
league?
that?
I don't think people really know how to develop their players. Like
Thank you.
I don't think people know how to like pick a game plan and stick with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And I feel like it just causes a ripple effect on the team, whatever. Like for instance, I go with Jacksonville, right? Jalen Ramsey was a beast. You know what I'm saying? AJ Bouye was okay, but I think I had like one of the best, at least for defensive backs wise, the top defensive backs in that league. You know what I'm saying? I had no name niggas that was like in the 99s or whatever. It's because like I just stuck developing them for that like for 3 cycles. You know what I'm saying? And it should, it worked out. So you gotta be like, okay, what's the blueprint? What's the foundation? If I get turnovers or if I get sacks, I'm gonna get the ball back more. You know what I'm saying? So
That's something. Yeah, and that's something. I remember we had talked about this a couple months ago.
Don't say anything.
This is like when you had just came off from New Orleans, and we kind of had like the same little talk about like top whatever. It's kind of going into like the Madden year, and you was like the emphasis of the franchise was to see where you're at the end of the cycle. And I didn't really. I mean, I got what you were saying, but I didn't really experience it until this past Madden for that same reason, like the secondary development. That last season, oh man,
He about to quit.
That's a good touchdown. I felt like nobody's scoring over 17, and if they got 17, it was gonna be the hardest 17 in their life. Straight like no man defense, just pure development, and it just came through that last season. And I was like, yep, this is what it is to be right there at the end of that cycle, and yeah, I just seen it come full circle basically. So it was a really good point.
Yeah, so I feel like, you know what I'm saying, you gotta really figure out what your game plan is, what your strengths and weaknesses are, and then work on it. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, you know, I'm a fuck bitch A today, I'm a fuck bitch B today, fuck bitch C today, but you ain't, you know, you ain't got no fucking idea what you want to do 2 years
Yeah,
down the line. You know what I mean?
that's true. It's just like you can't just be I guess just on autopilot. Like you really
Exactly.
gotta have it worked out. So I knew like I wasn't getting the defensive line pressure. So I was like, all right, they don't have time to throw. So my boys better be able to mass coverage and whatever else as best as they possibly can. Otherwise, it's gonna be a long day.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but like I said, with Tampa, I felt I developed my team the way I was supposed to. I had to work offensive line on offense because we had no O line, and then the secondary until I got somebody decent. Besides, like I said, Hargraves, but I got him to what 95 overall, and then I got a safety. Brent Grimes was on his way out the door. There's really nothing you can do with his ass. And then anybody below that was, whew, boy,
Hey, that
it was
safety is good though.
it was rough. I had no
Melvin?
free safeties. I had, you know, it was rough. Granted, you know, and then we had cap issues with Doug Martin's ass and fucking Gerald McCoy. You gotta hold on to these motherfuckers.
Yeah, he had that boy in the block for like a solid
Man,
6 months.
after Chris and the commissioners nerfed him in season one, you know what I'm saying?
You can't openly admit that you want a stat pad to break a record, bro.
No,
Like,
I
you
wasn't.
just can't do
I
that, dog.
really wasn't. I really no. You can say you try. I really was. I didn't know because, like I said, when I ran the ball because I had no time to throw the ball with my offensive line. So I'm running the ball. Granted, yeah, he's getting in the end zone. But like I said, there wasn't no games where he was going off. He wasn't putting up 200 yards a game. It was a 100-yard game with 3 tutties. You know what I'm saying? Because he's inside the 5-yard line in the red zone. It wasn't like I was out here straight doing that shit on purpose. Because if you want to be real, the same shit happened over in Fish Market with Jordan Howard. So and I wasn't stat padding over there either. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I looked once y'all nerfed me. I went into real life and looked at LaDainian Tomlinson when he broke the record, AP when he broke the record. Back at running backs weren't touching the ball like that at all when they was breaking records. So
Yeah, and look at him now.
what you mean?
Broken down.
That's any
Yeah,
running
it's the
back.
5 season,
The
whatever.
average lifespan of a running back in the NFL is what, 6 years?
3.
That's real life. Yeah, you get beat up, but that's it. That's your game plan. Minnesota had nobody but AP.
But I will also say this: it is a video game. A video game that's like RPG. You don't get
Yeah.
XP. You know what I'm saying? In real life.
You right. You right. But like I said, my game, like you said, you focused on your defense to make your defense there. To work on your offensive line, you mostly doing running plays unless you're running what verticals or throwing to your tight end. But
No,
was working on
I focus on my offensive line.
that's what I'm saying. When you did the training camp, most of the stuff you got for your offensive line was if you was running the ball. So of course you're gonna run the ball because I think only last year in the training verticals was wide receivers and O line, and then a couple play action, maybe 1 or 2 play action passes O line and tight end. So
Yeah. I mean, what I thought was whack was they got rid of the quarterback and offensive line training game preps.
they said they got rid of that.
Yeah, like you could not train your offensive line and quarterback at the same time.
Oh yeah. I didn't like that last year.
They got rid of that?
Yeah. Oh, you can check right now, see if it's available.
Yeah, let me check.
Last year they did.
Because I'm like, man, why can't you work the offensive line with the quarterback?
Yeah, there was
Especially
always like one combination that I could never do, and I was like, yo, why can't I do this?
Yeah, because you would think in a blitz package, if you work in the blitz, the quarterback's got to work the old line to call out whatever instead of it being the receivers running the route. You know what I'm saying? But it just made more sense to me that you should be training the offensive line and the quarterback.
I just made it leave.
Instead of working, because they definitely gave you punter and offensive line. I know that shit. What?
So y'all think the NFC East, y'all think it's going to be a matter of kind of like how the AFC East was, where we was like it'd be a 2-team race with Mark being like the success guy and Jose being the skill guy. Y'all see the NFC East kind of the same way?
I don't know, man, because I think everybody, all of them dudes can compete. So you got, you said you got JR, Nick, Juan, and who else? Who's the fourth?
And
Jesus. Yeah, all four of them dudes can compete, man.
Yeah, like all of them could be over 500. Like I thought earlier, like it could be like a 9-7 fourth place team, or 8-8 or something. Like that wild card already looking scary.
There actually isn't any quarterback offensive line.
There is, or is
Nah, there is not.
Whack ass Madden.
Yeah, they knew what they was doing. They definitely know.
I guess they didn't. I mean, it makes no sense to me. I feel like if the quarterback is getting better, you know what I'm saying, sometimes the offensive line is getting better too. The quarterback has more time to make reads. He has better protection. Like it's kind of like 1-1.
Ooh, there's some nice free agents out there.
Yeah, I can't wait for the waiver period. That's gonna be critical, especially with
you already got a good team.
switch.
The setup, you already got a good team.
No, I gotta get better no matter where I'm at. We got a new situation going on.
What's the situation, man?
Yeah, the situation is we gotta finish the last. We gotta get past the last hurdle. Like I showed the people that I think we can officially call 17 a fluke. You know, I showed them, and it wasn't even so much a bad cycle as it was a bad season. But I showed the people it was a fluke. Everything that made me in the top handful is still there, and I think all those things have gotten better. And for being in, like nobody's been in 3 Super Bowls and lost them all, but for what that's worth, I firmly believe, and that's why I say it's context and everything. But I firmly believe in all 3 of those Super Bowls, I felt like I played the better game each time. And that's just the beauty of it. Like, I felt like I played the better game each time in every single one, but I have nothing to show for it. Like, that's the...
So you the Buffalo Bills of Madden. That's what you said?
Nah, I wouldn't say that. It's kind of more like the...
So who would you be?
Like, really the Carolina Panthers. Truthfully, like, minus the back-to-back that I had, you know, the in 2 of those Super Bowls, but I think we just that team that we get there, and like if you look at the game against B, I fumbled the opening kickoff, right? Very next season against Chris, I fumbled multiple times, but the main one was at the end of the game.
I like how you remember this.
You know, I have to, because, you know, otherwise I won't get the credit and the respect, and that's still an uphill battle, but we got a long time to discuss that. And then against Mays 2.5 months ago, I fumbled dead center halfway through the game.
2.5 months ago.
Like, I'm like, we gotta overcome some way. Apparently, it's this hard for a reason, and I've been selected to go through this constant struggle in the championship game for a reason.
So you need to have a civil rights movement talking about we shall overcome.
Shit.
Nah, I mean, cause I think I've done enough overcoming already. Like, I've overcome not having not being able to pick my playbook in what was my worst season, overcome having a 2-time champ in my division, and still making it to a Super Bowl and being that close to winning it. It's been a lot. I overcame the criticism of not having a passing game, overcame the criticism of not, it's just been so much. Like the quarterback thing, the whole thing with me being such a bottom tier player, like it's been a lot I overcame, so I'm not really tripping off that. It's just apparently the only thing that'll fully validate it is a championship. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. Which is fair, I suppose.
There's enough.
Good synopsis.
What happened?
You said good synopsis.
I had a question in mind before I got on that spiel. I forgot what it was though.
Jose, what change do you see the most from last Madden to this
What
Madden?
change?
Yeah,
The
like
animation.
like the real player motion, is that shit like real?
That's definitely the players do not feel completely the same as last year at all. And like you actually I feel like it feels fluid. Like you feel like you're building like the steps that the player is taking, as opposed to like him just like skating. That's how it kind of feels before. And like the speed, it feels completely slower. So at first I was like, this is a problem, but like now it just feels like normal, like completely normal. But like if I had to go back to Madden 17, like it was like the movement, the difference between the years, like the movement is crazy. Like it's gonna take you a few years to adjust.
So do you think like in terms of like some of the more looked down upon things like the runs where you start on you're scheduled to run a dive and then you stretch it out to
That's gonna be
a
hard
horizontal counter. It's gonna be harder to do.
Yeah, for sure.
What
Because
about the dive counters?
yeah, no,
that's
like
not what I was saying.
that's what I was thinking. I don't think that's gonna be as possible to do because like it just like
It's
you're making
subliminal
like a
shots.
jump
That's
cut
too old
to
for
cut
that.
outside, and like that animation, like you can't be using the turbo because if you're using the turbo, you can't do it. So
Man, I can't wait. I can't wait. Like that's gonna be such
Find out
a
Monday. We're gonna find out Monday.
yeah, like that's gonna be such a relief if that.
I feel like the lower tier players are gonna struggle a lot to adjust.
Mm.
You think? Wait, you think
And,
that's the Madden or the rule?
No, the Madden,
Oh.
just like the game.
okay.
Like I'm telling you, it feels like a completely different game than last year. Just moving
Oh,
on the field.
nice.
I'm excited.
I am
So-
too. I can't wait.
Oh, y'all getting Hall of Fame edition?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so I
am.
can get it Monday. So I got Madden on Monday.
It's Monday or
That's
Tuesday?
the only way I got it.
It's on Tuesday. Well, he
I
said he's
get it
getting it
Monday.
Monday.
I get it Monday.
Yeah,
Why? Because you a
but
cop?
Tuesday.
Nah, because I'm not on East Coast time. So I get it
Oh
Monday.
yeah, you get it 9 p.m. right or whatever at 10 p.m.
I get it at 11.
Oh, you getting
Yeah,
GameStop
11,
or
yeah.
whatever?
No, because
Yeah.
Ooh, that's dope.
but you're in a different, like you said, your time zone. So
Time zone. So the game is released on Tuesday on the East Coast because it's midnight. So in Central Time Zone, I'm getting it at 11.
yeah.
So
You
and
Oh.
the West Coast
digital?
will get it at 9 o'clock.
Jimmy, you doing
well,
digital?
then I'm
Monday.
getting it at 11.
Yeah. So we'll have it Monday night.
Oh yeah, man, I can't wait next week. So like
Yup.
the closer we
So I was
get,
at GameStop
the
today. They
slower
was
the
like,
days.
"No, you get it Monday, right?" I was like, "Talking about like after this weekend Monday, that Monday." She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh shit."
Man, I might gotta go change my order or something. Like I need that as soon as possible.
The Hall of Fame edition you will get on Monday. You already got it. If not, you wait until the 10th.
I think I'm a man. I don't know. I think I might call out of work a couple hours early. I mean, not call out all early, but like,
I'm off. I'm
but
off on Monday.
I need
too.
to come in. Yeah, I need
Monday
to come
is
in.
my off day. Monday
Oh,
is my
yeah.
off.
Mine too.
Dang, man, I'm sick. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, the second I get home Tuesday afternoon, playing that joint until I just pass out with the controller in my hand, probably.
My girl about to be mad.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. This is what y'all gotta do. And this is the clutchest thing I did probably all year. I went out to this game store a few weeks ago now. But anyway, I got a PS3 again like a few months ago.
Yes,
so I went out.
Playing the champ.
Yeah, I've been playing the fight night. So I went out and I followed up and I went ahead and got the Sims, right? Not for me to play.
Mm-hmm.
But I got got the Sims. So when it's time to put on the game face and lace them up, you know, ain't no.
Hey, why don't you go get on the Sims, baby? Why don't you go play the Sims, baby?
Yeah, look, like you can have the big TV. You can play the Sims on that. Just give me my PS4 camera, which I got the other day. Hook that jump to the TV. Be standing up. Jeremy know about that. And we gonna make it do it.
Hey,
we gonna make it do what it do. It's the only way.
I don't see you sitting down players, y'all like, oh, that shit whack. But y'all just ain't you feel the game better when you stand
up. You do feel the game better, right?
I'm a sit down guy.
I promise you, like when you stand up and play, you don't got the controller in your hands. You got a football in your hands when you stand up and play.
Oh my God.
That's how you end up breaking your TV.
Hey, I ain't say all that now. Somebody that was water boy, he played football for like a week. Nah,
I mean, I ran that dive option pretty well though. Like a grown man had to tackle me. Otherwise, I probably
would. He was like, "No, this ain't the life for me. This ain't the life for me."
See, I wasn't. You remember how Mike Shanahan said Donovan McNabb he didn't have the cardiovascular endurance. I didn't know what that was at the time, so there was no way I could have had it. Had I had it, I would have been good.
That just means you ain't had the heart for the sport. But ain't nobody cardiovascular endurance gonna stop doing. That means basically Shanahan was saying he didn't have a heart for the game. That's all.
Man, I'd have been good. I mean, I should play some flag now. I think I'd be a pretty decent wideout. But yeah, with that camera though, and that stand up, and I'm looking at TV dead in the eye rather than looking down at the TV at like an 80-degree angle.
That's when you see all the plays.
Yeah, I get to talk to him like, yo, you 6'4", why ain't you catching it? But you know, it's gonna be fun. I can't wait. But yeah, it's a perfect distraction though, for anybody that might need one during the cycle. Go ahead and get the Sims.
So talk about your team though. Who do you think is going to take that with your team, your division with Kerm?
If I had to predict, matter of fact, let me look at the order real quick. I'll give you a true prediction. I do think Tampa Bay's still out there, so I think one of the last four guys or Jix is going to be Tampa Bay. The Saints, though, I have a feeling it's going to be a pretty good player going to New Orleans, and I partially think Mays might be that person. Like the more I think about it, I really think it could be him because, you know, Breeze is what he is, but he used to kind of revamping the team in his own mode during the first season anyway. So I think by like season 2, he's gonna have a new guy in there, whether it's drafted or traded for, what have you. Defensive pieces there, Kamara, Ingram, Mike Thomas, and all them. I'm expecting somebody really good. I'm talking about who I think gonna be the Saints on Madden. I think Mays might have him. That's my random guess. I don't know if they got down, or I don't know hypothetically if they would have got down to like where Mike and Chris was at, but yeah, I think Mays might be the reason why. And if so, good, because that's just where the last cycle left off.
I can't play with any team in the NFC South but the Bucks.
Oh yeah, sacrilegious. I would never. I came close to doing it once, but I snapped out of that very, very quickly. But yeah, I think that's going to be the main competition. Like Kerm was like, I can't wait until we fighting for the division. Ain't gonna be no fight. Ain't gonna be no fight.
He said
I didn't
that.
see that.
He's
I want
not
to see
saying that.
receipts. I need receipts
I'm
for
like,
that.
yeah, and I was just like, I'll go ahead. I'll find it while I'm talking about it. But he mentioned it a couple times.
You still watching,
And
Kerm?
the second time, I was like, I mean, I can't, I can't really. Y'all know. I mean, I don't have to sit here and attempt to disguise it. Y'all know. Well, was I really going to pick anybody else? Like y'all know. So that's as obvious a pick as there is in the league. So there we have that. So he said, and I was trying to play coy.
Who? Wait, who you
But in
talking
my
about?
mind, I'm like,
Who you talking about?
I'm talking about like just me and Kern being in like the same division. I'm like, if I'm fighting with Kern for a division spot, either A, I got really bad really quick, or B, it's about a 7-game separation between me and the next man.
Hey man.
Hey, yes.
Man. Cause I know, man. When I knew he was picking, because we knew where Turner was going with the #1 pick, just like Desi.
Right.
Just like Desi. So,
yeah.
Low key almost did it just. I almost went Buccaneers because of that shit.
Word in the street was he was scared of you. Or he wanted you because he didn't want to play Mark.
Yeah, he didn't want. Yeah, he want to beat my dog ass. I'm about to call Pete on Pete.
So
Wait
like
for that fight.
Yeah, I know. It's what 12 days, so he's still counting down. I don't know how many days it is now, but yeah, man, I really wanted to see that live. I ain't gonna lie.
See what?
Kermit and Mark doing their little boxing match.
Oh,
That shit happened.
Karen would be like, man, I really didn't want to box you, bro. I really didn't want to box you.
Right.
Oh
Hey,
man.
look, I'm free to blame Madden for it.
Who you think will win?
Out of
That's a good question.
Mark and Kern?
Yeah.
Oh man,
That's the pay-per-view.
Mark.
I had to go Mark too. I mean, yeah.
I love Kern to death, but Mark got too many excuses.
It's crazy.
Exactly.
I would pay a ridiculous amount of money to actually see that.
I would too. And I swear to y'all, let Kern lose in the scorecards. Madden hold me. Like, I even said this by himself, man. Like I just.
Kern, my dog, Kern got too many excuses, so he gonna psych himself out. He gonna think about his exit interview before the fight even starts.
Oh man.
And for though, I think his back would kind of like give out if it's stretched beyond like the third round. Like, it had like them amateur fights was like 4 rounds, Olympic style. The number of connected hits gets you the points.
Wow.
That's the only way. Cause Kern going to take that joint and turn it into like some little judo arm lock real quick. If it don't go
judo. He ain't gonna keep it straight up.
Wow.
So you gonna say Kern gonna be grabbing?
Man, look. Let him catch a jab cross combo, and you tell me what you think he's gonna do.
It's a jab cross combo.
Man, one of them left, right.
Ain't that what Mike Tyson said, though? Ain't that what Tyson said, though?
Everybody got a game plan
It
to
all
get
changed when he get hit in the face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we go. It gonna be. It's gonna turn to a bare knuckle brawl so quick. Nah, I wish we could see that. Like that still needs to happen. Like we gotta do a summit for real for like
Might have to just take it old school. Just do it like we did old school. And get, you know what I'm saying? Go to somebody's backyard. Hey, man, we got these gloves right here, man.
Yeah, man, I know.
With them shit. Surprising with them shit. Hey, man, I got some gloves in my car.
For real. Markin got the crown either, so we can get helmets too. Yeah, I would love to see that. In these, I think he going down there like October too. So hopefully they actually do it. But I don't think. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen. But I can sure wish. I can sure hope.
Oh man, that would be hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know where. I don't know where Twan went. I guess outside business.
It was over for him.
Yeah, or that.
The Henny took over, bro.
It did. It had to. Like the Indica X Henny. Oh man, who knows what else? He said he was on something earlier. The Granddaddy Perp Kush or something. I guess. Hey, I guess it was potent. I guess it was that.
All the drugs you just heard in like the last 3 years.
For real, Dynamic Kush Entertainment. Like that's probably. But he not. I guess he probably done. But shit, y'all got anything else? I'm about fresh out to these next set of teams come out.
I had my pen right here. Like Mike.
Oh, what'd you say?
Said I had my pen like a few minutes ago. It's over.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man. This is no joke.
Mm-hmm.
So who's the favorite?
From the divisions?
AFC East.
Oh, AFC East. I mean, I think we was kind of like in the middle between. I mean, we kind of figured it's gonna be Mark and Jose. I think some said Mark, some said Jose. What you think about it?
So is it Jose, Mark?
Daz and Speedy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go. I think it's gonna be Jose. It's Jose division to lose.
Yeah, he's definitely like the best just Madden player in the division, I think.
Curious to see how Mark handles these rules.
Yeah, I want to see that too. Like I want to see like, what kind of loopholes they're going to be that he just exploits and takes advantage of to the absolute max. But Mark and Dez would be fun. At least it's the talking of it will, like the scheduling that'd be some good chat material. NFC East, who y'all got?
I'm gonna say Jesus.
Oh.
Just because I was gonna say JR, but knowing him, he's probably gonna try to get a good quarterback first and then try to win or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna struggle
I saw
in the first season
too. Mm-hmm. Man.
I don't know, man. I can't sleep on Jesus having his own.
Who are you cutting off?
So basically, y'all say Jesus has no chance because he never gets mentioned.
I just mentioned him.
I think it's gonna be hard for me to not say Jesus. I think it's gonna be Nick and the Eagles' first season though. I mean, it's tough, but it's gonna be close. I mean, I definitely see at least two teams coming out that division for the playoffs. We don't know much, but I don't see this one team coming out. But that's gonna be. I think it's probably gonna be a division where like 10, 11 wins wins you the division.
Definitely 10 or 11.
But yeah, I just think that Eagles being that best team and Nick being right on, in my opinion, right on that border. What we want to call on either side is kind of subjective, but I think most people say he's kind of like on that border of top 10 if he's not already there.
Oh,
I think him having his skill set plus the Eagles to start out with that advantage early on, I think it's going to give them the division.
I mean, I don't think anyone that wins it would surprise me from that division.
Yeah, like it's really like a pick 'em. Like anyone can win in a given season, especially if Jesus gets like he was like a few years ago, a few calendar years ago. But I hope. I mean, we do it again. Like we would definitely do it again because we have to because there's 3 sets of releases left. I don't know who coming out tomorrow. I don't know if doing one tomorrow is feasible. Probably not. It's a weekend. So I'm thinking maybe by Hall of Fame release day we have all the information and we go from there. But yeah, if y'all don't got nothing else to add, y'all can if y'all got something.
No, I'm good.
I'm about to go to work.
Same. Like I'm sitting here watching streams probably all night. I'm gonna clean. I'm gonna put that Sims disc in the best disc cleaner I can find, and I'm start getting ready for this season and start seeing who the opponents are. I started mapping it out a little bit. I know a good number, and we just gonna fill out the rest of the schedule and start working from there.